I still love that. It still makes me happy every time seeing that stinger.
Good times.
That is good times. It has been a little while. I'm glad that I did not have to give you directions to the tasting room.
Been over a month.
That is the longest I think break we've taken, except for when we took a very long break.
Yeah. From when we took a longer break.
An even longer break. Yeah, exactly. We took an even longer break. How is everybody doing? It is Thursday evening. We are back. The Beverage Brothers, as some people have started calling us. Buckeye, it's good to see you. Baker, it's always good to see you. Berserker, of course, and Crazy. How's it going? We are here. We are going to be enjoying, obviously, multiple beverages today. We've got a quad. A quad set. It's been 84 years. I know that's what you were saying. You felt terrible. You felt like it was just not the same without at least me around and then both of us on Thursdays. So we are back, at least for the foreseeable future, unless you have something going on next week.
Next week, I just have to work early on Friday, so we'll have to see.
Okay.
But
wow, I don't like the sounds of this already. Man, a streak has already be broken.
It might already be broken.
Wow.
We'll see. We'll find out.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see if I can suck it up.
Who do I have to talk to at your work that is screwing up our podcasting and YouTube business?
Well, I asked for that because we're heading up to we're going to go see Ben.
Oh, nice.
So I had to ask for an early shift the following day. So.
Oh, okay. So that's
yes.
So I have you to blame for this then.
You have me to blame.
Okay,
yes.
or at least I know.
And our desire to see our son.
Don't do this to me, Keith. I like both of your shirts. Thank you, Baker. I appreciate that. Well, hopefully we'll figure out something for next week. Maybe we can do a short something.
It could be that.
That could be like a nice little pop-over or something would be nice because, like I said, I don't want to tease
I know at least I don't want to
tease the fans.
I don't work until 6, so we'll get an earlier start. So, yeah. So that might be possible.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it'll just have to be a slightly abbreviated version.
Okay. And no caffeine then, so you can fall asleep easily.
Of course.
Nothing caffeinated. All right. But anyway, yes, if you are new to the channel, thank you guys for coming in. If you're catching this on an archive version on YouTube, thank you for hitting the subscribe button there. And yeah, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we are About Beverages. And we're going to get right to it because we've got 4 beverages to get to.
Yeah, it's funny. Right when all of a sudden we were not going to be doing shows, we had all these like quirky things that I was like, oh, we should try this. We should try this. And I'm like, oh, we're not trying anything for a little while. So yeah, we had a pumpkin. We could have gone the seasonal route with the active lifestyle beverage. We could have had a pumpkin seltzer.
Okay. Have you tried it yet?
No.
In our name, did you try it and Untapped about it or something like that?
No, I had no desire to try that. It would have only been purely for here. There was a pumpkin cider. There was, but this one then came in, and this one right here. Intriguing, yes.
Okay, this is the Schilling hard cider. Do you want to pronounce it?
Cider.
Spice
chai. It's
cider.
It's a chai riff.
You're too chai.
Too chai.
Hush, hush, out of wine.
But we've had the Excelsior.
That's true. Wait, I may have that somewhere. It's going to take me a minute. Keep talking.
We had the Excelsior Imperial cider. So it was like 8.5%. And that was good. We really liked that. And that's actually become a really big seller at the store. So this one came in as their seasonal one. And at first I was like, ugh. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, this is what we're looking
from
for.
To end.
Well, we're always looking for fun things to try. At least it's discussion. And who knows? Maybe it'll be delicious.
Oh, I bet it's under one of these. There it is. You ready?
There we go. Excelsior.
There we go. I found it. I found the audio. There we go. So yeah, I was excited too when you said it was them because that one was delicious.
That was good.
Really liked that one. And obviously I do like chai.
Yeah.
I'm a chai fan. I don't know how chai and apples go together. And this is seasonal. So the first, I don't know if it was the link you sent me or if I searched for it on the PC, so I won't blame you for this. I clicked the link that I searched for. I was like, oh, Total Wine. I'm like, I'll just look at what they have there. I was like, 100 and some. What? Oh, they were selling a 6th keg.
Oh, well, yeah, because
so apparently you could get it that way as well as in 12 packs or 6 packs. How many did these?
This is a 6-pack.
Okay.
I went to the site and I tried to get it where you could like actually sort through and click on that, and the picture's there, but every time I tried to click, it wasn't actually. So I just I think I just then went to the next thing down to at least give you a better description and stuff about it. So
yeah, the link I've got obviously all the links. So those are all the things that we're going to be having tonight. We've got a wine, we've got a whiskey that has come highly recommended by not only someone in chat, but I mentioned it on Twitter, and Twitter was a buzz like, oh my God, you've picked a great one. So hopefully it lives up to all of that. It's always a little frightening as we talk about it, like either the, something's a little bit too hyped and all of a sudden it's like it can't live up to that. Like you call it the Arthur syndrome.
The Arthur syndrome. That goes
the movie
way
Arthur,
back. Yeah.
That goes very far back. I'm trying to think of something else.
Maybe something more current.
We need a new
transition into that.
We need something more recent.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. When you mentioned this, I was like, cool. Like I said, I love like I said, always seasonal beverages and and speaking of ciders, actually next week if we do something, I already was given by a friend of the show, HJ. They gave me actually 2 different ciders. I will show you them at the break, and we'll try one of those next week. Those will probably be podcast worthy because they seem like they're high in the artisanal kind of cider kind of thing. So
all right,
we'll try that. All right. Definitely get chai.
Yeah, definitely get chai. I got so excited. I went a little deep.
You did go in deep there. Yeah, definitely chai and apple right after that, though. But that's a nice balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that aroma. I'm not sure. I'm not sold on the flavor. Might be a little too much cardamom at the back.
I'm actually okay with it.
Yeah? I'm not sold on it. It's not bad.
Should take that chai and flavor a pumpkin beer with that.
Yeah. There was some, what did we
pumpkin
have?
chai beer?
Did we have a chai stout or chai latte stout? Or I want to say we had something
like
with
that.
chai and beer.
Yeah.
It happened at some point. I mean, we've tried. I mean, it's over a decade worth of stuff we've tried.
The suspense.
At some point, we've tried. The suspense. I know. Yeah, I don't mean to go
So
too
you
much.
hear whether Andrew likes it or not.
I really had to think about it. Like, so we're not like, so this is obviously we're at the tasting table, but not an official podcast going on right now. That'll be for the things a little bit later on. We always just
there's some good. I like. There's a warmth to it. I like that. Which chai has that warmth, that warming quality there.
Okay, so they actually, what I do appreciate, which I will say right off the bat, they have a drink on here to make with this. It's called the Night Owl. Are you ready for what's in it?
Hit me.
Okay, it starts with one of our favorite things, 1 ounce of vodka. That's okay. It's in a lot of things. It's going to be in something we're going to try later too. You need vodka in your bar. It's just the most boring part of your bar. Unless it's the Humboldt's Finest hemp-infused vodka, then that's a delicious thing.
Then that's good.
So then 1 ounce of Irish cream, 1 ounce of heavy cream, 3 ounces of this cider, and then shake with ice, strain into a glass. So they're kind of going for like some sort of, more of a creamy kind of desserty beverage.
I think this would get lost with all that sweetness there.
Tito's is a really good call. Like that is one of, we actually, way in the archives, I don't even know if that has video.
The vodcast? I don't think the vodcast.
That could be that was probably part of the vodcast. That's right. One of Keith's favorite things from back in the day. Yeah, we did a vodcast where we tried many different vodkas. So it is not that we are not familiar with vodka in all of its forms.
Correct.
Chopin, Grey Goose, Stoli, all of the things. The Crystal Skull vodka, which I still have half a bottle of up on the shelf.
I saw that somewhere at a store recently, and I was like, Andrew still has some.
I still have some of that. Like I said, all those things.
Aged to perfection.
Tito's literally was our favorites. It's 5 times distilled. It's, a decent price, but you're also paying for some quality. I think Tito's is still one of the great ones. We had a French vodka recently from Total Wine that actually wasn't too bad either.
Summum?
Yeah, Summum, vodka or whatever. Yeah. And that one was okay. Smooth stuff and donates to animal shelter funds and they get my money. Oh, I did not know that second part. That is awesome. Did not know that. Yeah, but yeah, is smooth and is what you want to drink. You just you're adding it for the the alcohol portion.
That's correct.
I really like the aroma. Like I said, there was
like
something
this.
about the taste. Not that it was bad. Like I was just like, oh, that's not the direction I thought it was going. So just maybe my mind might change. Did you actually buy a 6-pack of this? Did you buy one?
No, just one can.
Okay, I didn't know if does Trader Joe's pretty much do that with all their alcoholic canned products? That's cool.
The only thing that we shouldn't, and yet we do anyways, we have the 4-pack of these wines, simpler wines, and there's no barcode on the can, and they're not supposed to be for individual sale, but people still break them apart anyways, and we do it. So technically.
And why do you do that? Because you're Trader Joe's.
Because we're Trader Joe's.
That's what you do.
That's right.
That's just what you do.
That's what we do.
Do you upcharge on the single?
We don't.
Would that be funny? That'd be the one where you're like, this is annoying. We're adding $1.
I'm charging you for the whole thing. That's the only barcode I have. Sorry. You can have 4 or you can have 1. It's the same price.
That would be great. I remember someone saying that one time with something. I can't remember where that was, like at a store. Someone asked about that, and they're like, yeah, you can just take one. I'm going to charge you for all of them. So it's fine if you want to be bastard. Just take the other ones home.
I like it colder as it warms up a little bit. Yeah, there is something toward the back that's not as fun in my mouth, I guess.
It's like there's a party in your mouth and everyone's invited. Yeah, I think, yeah, if it was a little colder, like I said, I did just take it out of the fridge, but we were sitting here for a few minutes, so it did not hit.
Yeah, and I had
ice
it in
cold,
the fridge at
it's
work.
Honestly,
but,
it's actually growing on me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm. And am I going to buy it? No.
Okay.
But could I
was
recommend it? Yes.
Oh, totally. Yeah. If someone was wanting a spice cider, and if there's someone that normally likes pumpkin spice or anything like chai, I think fits into that for the most part. Unless you're doing like a super traditional chai, which can be, can sometimes be a little bit even more so.
Yeah.
No, I think that's good. Like I said, I like the Excelsior one. That one was really good. And I know we've done some ciders also from Woodchuck. They have some hard ciders that are seasonal where they do like some some bourbon barrel aging. Yep. Those are like always usually really perfect for me because they're cold, they're great. And when they warm up, you get even a little more of that bourbon kind of note. Yep. A little bit of that, kind of vanilla kind of comes in there. I really like those. Yeah, we're having a cider, LG. If you missed right there, we're still enjoying it right now. It is right there. It is the Cider spiced chai seasonal hard cider from Schilling Hard Cider.
Cider of the Lost Ark.
That link there just takes you directly to their website. It does not actually go directly to the cider because I was having trouble finding I could not get. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I couldn't find this. Okay.
Yeah, but you can't actually click on one.
They don't do anything?
No.
Oh, okay. It's a big tease.
At least on mobile, it didn't work. So
that real star of the show is the Angels Envy. That we'll see. We'll see. Everyone's talked this one up enough. I was even when I bought it and when I got it. So I got this at which I normally never do. But the reason I went and picked this up was because they have it at the Walmart that is in the vicinity of my abode. Your
Walmart.
Yeah, I went in there to look for other stuff to see if they had things. They actually I had been there in so long. They had moved things around. And I was like, oh no, do they not? But then I still saw they had tags for the Weller and some other things. So I was like, oh, thank God. They still at least have the tags. They don't have it there. But then I looked and I saw the case and they still have this as well. I had seen this Angels, which is kind of actually hard to find. This is one of those, but for some reason, probably because it's a little more expensive, which we'll talk about later, that people just aren't buying it when they're at Walmart. They're not dropping this for this. But I also bought another whiskey while I was there too, so that might be in the next week or two. I also was throwing it out. Has anybody picked up any wines that they've thought of for Thanksgiving if they're celebrating or any of that kind of stuff? Like I said, that's what I've been interested in. I bought a couple wines that are coming from the Wine Text that we've done.
Oh, the Gary V.
Yeah. So I actually did one that they were already talking about. Great for, I think it's a white blend, I believe, but they were talking about great for Thanksgiving, this, that, and the other. So I bought two. So we'll try one and we'll see if that's the one that makes it over to
see if it comes along
to Keith's home for the Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Pretty rad. I love me gluten-free beverages. I know, LG, that's true. You do love the gluten-free beverages. If you like pumpkin pie spice things,
yeah.
It
gets a little more licoricey as it warms up.
Yeah,
too.
There's something. I think I don't know if it's the cardamom or whatever that. There's a little something at the end. I really like the aroma. Yeah, there's just something a little bit extra there at the end. But I'm not against it. But it's kind of like you.
I just want it cold. I want it a little colder.
Yeah, I can recommend it, but it wouldn't be the first one I'd grab. Like the barrel aged ones are the ones I think I lean to a little bit more.
I agree.
So we were gone for a while because we were both on the vacay.
We did
multiple. We were both on, not together. Someday, maybe.
No.
I dream of a day when in February we both drive out and we go and make our trip for the Pliny the Younger.
Well, you were close. Did you drive
We were
over
within,
it?
no. I looked. It was so funny because
we
were all within it was still another hour and a half drive. It was crazy. Yeah. I couldn't believe it because it was funny because as we were driving up there, I thought of all those things. I thought of Coppola Winery. I thought of Pliny the Younger. I thought of Russian River,
right.
And a couple other things. And everyone I searched for, I was like, God, it's another hour and 10 minutes. So it was.
You're so close.
I know. So neareth, yet so far.
So far, yeah.
I'm not a huge pumpkin guy, but I know the girlie would be very interested. Yeah, so if she likes ciders and she likes the pumpkin pie kind of flavors, this one's slightly different because it's chai. I think it's in the ballpark and be good. I recently bought and installed a cold air intake on my 4Runner, and it came with a $100 gift card to some wine site. Really?
Oh,
that is super random, but hell yeah, you'll take that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's winetext.com, which I've used for a while. It's a Gary Vaynerchuk joint, or at least at some point, who knows? I never know which he owns anymore, what he doesn't, but he promotes all of it.
Right.
I think he does.
In there, the ground floor.
Yeah.
And then maybe gets out. So.
And I think that one's still tied to Wine Library, which is his family business. So I think that one is still kind of together. But anyway, so I ordered, like I said, we'll definitely do that one hopefully before it'll be here next week. So I don't know if we'll be able to do that one. We'll gauge next week's show. We'll figure that out.
We'll do. Yeah, we can do something. We just might have to modify it. That's all.
Definitely. So, I would like to at least, which we've already talked about, like as we get to the last couple of weeks, want to hit some wines or something before it hits Thanksgiving. Because at least for my own knowledge, I'm always like, well, what are some different things we should be trying?
Yep.
But anyway, so you were back. We were both on opposite coasts. You were east. I was west.
That's true.
East is east and west is west, and the wrong one I have chose. So what were you doing? Any highlights or something? I know you were trying some coffees while you were there.
Yeah,
just some places you went to, or
highlights. Started out in Boston. Went to Cheers again. And we'd gone there 25 years ago when we'd been there on our 5-year anniversary. So
nice.
It was a kind of an early 30-year anniversary celebration trip.
Awesome.
So yeah, the first day we Boston and New York City too, but they're great walking cities. You can just do a lot, and it's just super cool. So yeah, Boston, we weren't too far from Cheers, and we wound up we had lunch there. And I think I even tweeted having lunch at a popular Boston watering hole called Cheers.
Nice.
So, which is a throwback to an early episode on Cheers from the first year. But that was nice.
Did you actually eat or drink there or something?
Yeah.
Or you just walk? Oh, okay.
No,
I didn't know if you made okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We actually had. It was still packed. I mean, it's just. But yeah, the layout is different when you actually go into Cheers.
Because there's nothing upstairs, right?
There is something upstairs, actually.
Oh.
In fact, that's where we'd eaten the first time when we were there. We actually ate upstairs, but we ate downstairs. It's not actually called Melville's.
Damn it.
But yeah, so but that was fun. We walked the Freedom Trail, which we had done 25 years ago as well. Not as far though. This time we went over the bridge. It was crazy. It
turned into the
not a lot
gun.
of restrooms along the Freedom Trail.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
So we finally found a gas station, and that was getting a little risky, or that little situation getting a little dicey right there. But
it's always less dicey for the dude, depending on what it is. Like you just go quickly.
Well, you know me
bush.
though. It's usually more dicey for me. But that was fun. We had we had a lunch at a Sam Adams brew pub there. It was it was an upper deck sort of thing. We were able to look out over like Faneuil Hall, and they actually had some which is kind of what like Stone was going toward. You had to order it yourself and go get it, and that kind of stuff. But Pocket had a flight.
Oh, nice.
She picked 4 different things. A couple of them I finished, but she enjoyed a few things. And one of the things that I had there that was actually surprisingly good, it was their Oktoberfest bourbon barrel aged.
Oh, that sounds like that would be good.
It was. It had the Oktoberfest note. It had the depth from the.
Well, I've always their Oktoberfest is fine. Like I said, it's just not. It's like a lot of October. It's just not super exciting, but that maltiness and that profile with bourbon, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it was good. So
did you happen to see? Like, I think it was them. I had just seen an article in the last few weeks. They had put out like that they were putting out a beer that was going to be illegal in like 15 states because it was going to be 40% alcohol or 30% alcohol.
No.
It was one. Like it's a series that they've done for a while, and because I remember it was whoever. What is it? Cock. What the hell's his name?
Oh yeah, Sam
Cook.
Cook,
Isn't it? It's Cook. It's not Rooster. Yeah, like said that he had put out a thing and it was talking about like he's like yeah, we've always pushed the envelope and whatever, but yeah, it was like. I think it was in the 30%. It might have even been more.
Wow.
And I thought all of a sudden when you said that, I was like, oh, that'd be neat if you saw that there. Like they had that.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that.
Okay.
But that was good. One of the nights went to, there was a brewery right near. That's just the cool thing about like Boston, New York. You just walk out of your hotel and there's a restaurant and there's a restaurant.
Right.
And at least when you're in the city.
And at least they're probably open like to a decent time.
Yeah.
Because quick side note, when we were driving up to San Francisco, we stopped in Burbank.
Oh, and, yeah, I saw you.
And we're like, we stopped in Burbank, and I was like, oh, and we wound up because we had horrible traffic getting out of the state. Like, so there was like again, thankfully, I'm not the one in the accident or whatever happened or the slowdown, so it's like fine. But it's like it put us behind by like an hour. So we got there like an hour later than we thought we would, but we still got there like it was like 10:30 or something like that when we're walking out, because like my son and I were both hungry, and I was like, let's get some. And so we walked down the lobby and we're like, oh shit. They're like, turn that way and there's 40 restaurants, like they were like, I'm like, great, this is exactly what so we turned, like there was a place right across the way, but we didn't go there, and we walked down, we kind of weren't finding anything, and then finally we started finding, and 2 places we went in there. They're like, I was like, yeah, do you do take? Because we don't want to sit. We're like, do you do takeout? So we can. They're like, yeah, we do, but kitchen's closing in 5 minutes. We're like, it's 10, so they close at 10:35. That's an interesting time for the kid. In my head, I said this. I was like, I'm not gonna say this to make you spit in my food.
Right.
So I was like, okay. So then we wound up going back, and then the place that was right across from our hotel was still open, and we walked in. I was like, oh, it seems kind of. They were playing some sort of cover of Madonna's "Like a Virgin" was going on in the background, and I'm like, I don't think this might be a little too pricey, and like it's kind of like the weird ambiance. And we like, thankfully no one was there right away to seat us, so then we looked at the menu. I think the cheapest thing was like $50. I was like, no, sorry, we're out of here. So we just left and enjoyed some Uncrustables and some trail mix for the rest of the night. So it was kind of
and
a
that
bummer.
next meal, the first meal the next day was amazing.
Oh God, yeah. No, it was that was when then we finished going up to San Francisco. So then we stayed at this hotel that was right in Fisherman's Wharf, and they had a restaurant that was tied to them, and they were well known for their clam chowders and seafood and stuff. So I had oysters, and I had like I said, we had some fish and chips and some other things. So yeah, then it was like, yeah, I think my son was like, he's like, oh my gosh, so like we were both like, because we just hadn't had like we'd eaten, we just hadn't had like a meal.
Yeah,
but yeah. But yeah, I always hope for good things. So that's cool, like that you can walk around, and I always think I'd love to visit there and do that.
Yeah, no, it was. We would stay at the same
Uncrustables and trail mix, a true meal of the bourgeois.
The bourgeois.
Yeah, it's that is the upper class, the upper crust right there. Dare I say?
Upper Uncrustable.
Oh my God, found it. There we go. No, it was not good. Disappointed. Not a great reference there. That's fine. So what else after you hit so it sounds like you hit a couple breweries, which is awesome.
Well, yeah.
How was the coffee?
It was a pour over. It was a little bit of a light roast. But it was an Ethiopian, and so it was really good.
The person serving it was from Ethiopia, or the coffee?
I don't think so. I don't know though.
Okay,
you never know.
I wasn't sure.
But he was very knowledgeable, and very good energy, and shared a lot of information. And it was a pour over method, so that. I hope so.
He's got caffeine going through him. Should have good energy.
Well, it's funny. He was even talking about the the Yirgacheffe, or it wasn't Yirgacheffe, but the Ethiopian. He's like, some people. He's like, they get a little bit of a different buzz from this. I'm just warning you. And I was like, I've had all kinds of coffee. I'll be good.
Please.
Yeah, I'll be pleased. But no, but he
and
was
then
good.
You walked out. You're like, oh God.
Oh, I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
Told him. Breaded crack cocaine, those things are. They're so good. Uncrustables has kind of branched out, though. I don't know if you've seen this at the store. So it's not just the strawberry and the grape anymore. They've got the Nutella Uncrustable. They've got the peanut butter and honey, which Mom member used to make.
Oh, that's always delicious.
They have a peanut butter and honey Uncrustable. And then they've kind of gone away from this, which this part I don't think I'm a part of. They're still called Uncrustables, but there's ones that it's like they have like pizza inside. Like they've gone to like these warm-up ones that you can warm up.
Okay.
I'm like, that is no longer the Uncrustable that I'm looking for.
Yeah, it's almost a Hot Pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Which is what you call your wife when you go home. That's right.
Absolutely.
Nailed it. Perfect.
That's not almost. That is.
That is. Yeah.
That is. Yeah, but no, there was some. I think I had tweeted a couple things out. We went to a brewery. We visited one of Pocket's friends who lives in upstate New York, and they took us to a brewery near their place, and we sat out on this deck and beautiful scenery. The beer was okay. It wasn't great, but the scenery was good. And
did the scenery make up for the beer?
It did. Yeah, and like I said, it wasn't necessarily bad. It just wasn't like it wasn't as good. And also, too, the car ride had been one of those very scenic and beautiful, but up and down, so when we got there, I was like, whew, had to let the head clear up a little bit, but that was good. And then they took us to Lake Placid, and we had dinner up there, and I had sour IPA style up there, and that was good.
Oh, that sounds
all
tasty.
of these I think I did. If you do follow us on Twitter,
and
on
put
Tapped,
the link in chat right there. I did. Look at that.
You'll have it. You'll have those there because I did share those.
Hot Pocket wants to know your location. Well, that's cool. You went to like a bunch of
and we were in New York City then in Times Square. Went to the Statue of Liberty. Ate at a Yard House in Times Square. Had some. I almost got it. They had Goses Are Red on tap. But they had. But that
makes it all the way to New York. That's crazy.
I know. I thought it was crazy too. But I passed on that because there was some other stuff that was more local that I wanted to try.
Okay. I agree with that.
And so, but yeah, no, good. Really, really excellent experiences dining. You know, pizza. You walk out the hotel, 2 minutes, you're having a slice of New York pizza.
Nice little folding it over and going for the that's
10-minute walk. You know, we went to a show. It was a last minute sort of thing. They have this place where they sell tickets at a discount. That like if they've put, the shows will, they're trying to sell more tickets. So they'll discount them. And we stopped by, and Pocket starts talking with the people, and they're like, "Oh, here's what we've got." And it was a play or a show called Waitress, which Sarah Bareilles has been starring in.
Oh,
but because she dropped out of it. That's why the tickets were cut in half. But it was still a great show.
Oh,
there
nice.
we are. All of a sudden, we're like, there we are. We're at a show. Got out of the show. It's raining. We had to walk
Did you
away
yell,
back.
"Where's Sarah Bareilles?" when you sat down?
Well,
like, wow, what a dick.
Because everywhere along the way, everybody, like as you're going in, you do know that Miss Bareilles is not here today, and we're like, oh yeah, that's why we had the tickets. So
that's why we're here. We hate her.
Yeah,
we think she's a bitch. Not true. She's fine. She's a wonderful person.
The beverage prices.
Oh yeah, because was there like an intermission?
Yes.
So did you get drinks before and after?
No.
How many drinks did you buy?
I didn't. No, I just got the person in front of me.
Okay.
I don't know. It was him and his date.
Okay.
I don't know what they ordered,
okay.
But they only had 2 cups.
Okay, so they each had a cup, or they each had 2 cups?
They each had a cup.
Okay, they each had 1 cup. Was it a large cup? What are we talking?
It was some sort of alcoholic beverage.
Okay, like a mixed drink. As opposed to a
they
beer?
put them there. It's probably like a 16-ounce cup.
Okay,
and a lid on it. And that's because I had a tonic. I ordered just a straight tonic.
No gin and tonic.
No gin.
Wow,
because that probably would have cost me an extra $20. I paid $10 just for the tonic.
Oh God!
So this guy,
that's a $30 drink, Jackson.
This person in front of me. After he signed for the tip, because he had it was like an iPad screen.
Oh, nice.
I took a peek.
Did he tip too?
I believe he tipped.
Was he a good tipper?
Well, I don't know, but the total was $94.
God.
So I don't know what he had.
Jesus Christ. I think
I wish I would have been listening a little closer.
Fairly crack cocaine.
Oh, I was just like, well, no, I heard like one time, the single is 17, the double's 27. I was like, what the?
That must be for a shot then. Yeah, that is a yike.
Yeah. So,
holy shit. Damn it.
Anyways, but that's New York City. That's a play.
See, I would do it. That's like, like when you go on vacation to anywhere,
experience.
Like everything's always, everything's always gonna be a little more. You just kind of accept it. It's one of those things you're just like, all right, I'll worry about this. Yeah. This is tomorrow Andrew's problems, like not mine now. And set off to that. That's like half a game. That's like half a video game. Oh my God. $27. I'm assuming that's just
that's for the one drink. Yeah.
Yeah. That was wow, but 90 for, yeah.
So I was like, what the hell do you pay $94 for?
Did Pocket get anything?
No, she wasn't thirsty. So
you're all, I couldn't afford it.
Yeah. I offered her some of my tonic. But.
That drink better come with a handy and a shoulder rub and not necessarily that order.
I didn't notice that. Maybe.
No, when the guy walked away from the thing, did he go behind the bar? Like,
yeah. Where are you going? Well, I got to get my. I need the happy ending on my drink.
Got to get the rest of this. That's not Irish cream on the top of this.
You ordered the happy ending. Okay, I see.
God. Yeah, the drink is only like $15. Jesus God. But that's cool. You got to see a show though. That's awesome.
It was good. It was a great experience, a great trip, and even though we got our flight, we got back 5 hours later than we were supposed to.
Oh, that's a long time.
That's what happens.
It's like I knew they seemed super relaxed when they left him. Was that Wagyu beef you ordered? Because they charged you by the ounce. Yeah.
Debo's in. And he has been. Okay.
Oh my God. Is that some Wagyu beef? Oh my God. He's just happy to see me. Wow. Yeah,
yes.
that is nuts. Yeah, thankfully nothing was like, some things are expensive like that as it is when you go anywhere.
Yeah, well, you guys were in San Francisco, so it's going to be similar experience.
Yeah, there was some pricey things, but yeah, I mostly went for nothing. There wasn't anything other than, like I said, when we were at Disneyland, which I tweeted about a little bit, there were some interesting, like they had some kind of mixed drink cocktail things, and actually we may recreate one of those on the show at some point where they were using some beer and some gin and some different juice and different things, which was, like I said, they were both really good. So we may have to do that. I just got in and heard $27 for a shot. I was like,
I think that was the double. I think that was the gin and tonic. Because it could have been a double. A double gin and tonic was 27.
So it was a double shot, but this is at a New York Broadway show.
Yes,
New York show.
Yes,
at a Broadway show in New York. Are you familiar with Hop Valley Brew? We are.
We are.
Yeah,
yes.
we actually do.
We've had that's at the at the Diamondbacks, right? And
we've
had other things.
That is usually the one we get when we go for the
Cryo
Diamondbacks because it's one of the best things they have. The bubble stash, the cryo stash. They had a mango stash. I think it was the other one. I think Stash Panda. Either we had that there, or I have seen that.
That was the hazy one.
That could be. Yeah, we had. I think we wound up having one of each of those at some point because, like I said, we went to the Cup game this year with our other brother and our mom when we went up there. It was our usual pilgrimage. We had. I think, I know we had multiple beers, but it was like then I think we all at some point had each one of those. But yeah, those are for that kind of. What are they part of? Are they part of Anheuser-Busch or something? Or
I think AB
InBev or something like that. Does the bartender also give you a pat on the back and serenade you with compliments? I mean, he should probably. He definitely should.
Who knows? Maybe he tipped $50.
It's possible. Well, you said it was $10 for a tonic. So if tonic was 10, I would easily see that. And a drink itself, like if you ordered a gin, I could easily see that being at least 20.
He didn't give me the pad option. I was like, I'm going to pay with the card, and then he just kind of like stood there. I was like, okay, so I gave him $10. I thought, why is he not giving me the pad option? Because I only spent $10 on a tonic.
Oh, I wonder.
It was weird, but
lucky you had cash. Yes. Should have been like, how long are you going to stare at me, sir? I've got a card.
Is this free?
Yeah. Can I just walk away with it?
Thank you. I just ordered a tonic. It's just water.
It's just water
with a little quinine.
Oh, the quinine is expensive.
I could bring my own quinine.
Do you know how expensive it is to go the labor at a quinine mine? It's ridiculous.
The quinine mine.
I was at Costco today and doing our usual kind of stocking up on stuff, and it was crazy. Thankfully I didn't need any, but usually I always buy some bacon. Insane the price of bacon right now.
I guess meat prices are
pork products
on the rise.
Pork products were up there. It was for the usual, I think it's like a pound maybe that's in there, whatever. It's like and we do the ones where it's like the pre-cook where you can just quickly heat it up in the microwave. What do they call that? Pre-cook? Is it pre-cooked bacon?
Oh, Trader Joe's has that.
Yeah.
Delicious.
$18 for the pound. Usually that's a $9 item. It was pretty much double.
Oh, but it was a pound of already cooked.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's usually I think the last time I bought it was like 11 or 12, and even then I was like, oh, that's gone up a little bit. And then today I was like, I don't think I need any. I was like, oh, I really don't need any. I was like $18.50. I was like, damn. Even pigs don't want to go to work. Yeah, they're even worried about the COVID too. They're like, no, sorry, we're not going to get slaughtered here today. I might get COVID if I get slaughtered in here. You're going to die. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter. I tried it from a variety pack with a mystery beer, which was the Stash Panda. Oh, okay. Oh, the Stash Panda is the hazy. Okay. Yeah, I think we did have one of those.
No, I think we did too.
Yeah. They're all, like I said, they're all good. Like it's solid. Yep. Like, especially at a ballpark, you're kind of like happy about that, I guess. You're pleasantly surprised when you get one of those. It's very hard to find, but they sell at the NAU Stadium. Oh, see, that's they have beer at the U of A games too, don't they?
I think so.
Do they have Dragoon now?
No, I don't know.
We'll have to find out. I mean, there won't be anybody there in the stands because they're 0-5 now. When we go, when are we? Is it the 14th?
The 13th.
13th. Okay.
Yep.
And that's a Tuesday. No, it's a Saturday. What are you doing?
What game did you want to go to?
Yeah, that's why no one shows up. We do Tuesday football games here in Arizona. All right, should we go grab the wine?
Let's get something.
I was thinking wine and get some.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right, we are going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with our first podcast of the evening. See you in a moment. Making a quick return.
We got a lot to get in here.
We do. We have a lot to get in here. So let us get moving. Podcast this. Goodbye to that. It was delightful. It was nice while it lasted. Boop. Boop. All right. I'm on the right one already. Only during football. Oh, you can only get it during football games. And I would have to imagine. I'm sure it's insanely expensive. Beer at a football game is. What was it?
Any sporting event.
What was it when we were at the Diamondbacks? The beer, were they like $12 a piece?
Something like that.
11 or $12 a piece for 16 ounces? Not even that?
Maybe.
12 ounces? I think it was 12 ounces probably, right?
Yeah, it seemed like on the smaller size.
Man, I tell you, those are like pirate prices. But usually that's a Buccaneer.
A Buccaneer.
Oh my God, this guy right there.
You got all this pent up inside you.
I do. There is so much humor right there. Let's see. All right. So we are going to record a podcast, which we have not done in a very long time. I think we remember how to do this. While we record the podcast, We often will not interact with chat right away. We apologize for that because we are recording on this this whole show that we're doing right now. If you miss out on any of these kind of things, the archive goes up on YouTube. Please definitely hit the follow button there if you are not subscribed and only find us on Twitch, which we greatly appreciate. But yeah, if you ever miss any of these entire shows go up archived on YouTube. He was brewing up some well-aged dad jokes. Debo, I love it. So when we were doing these recordings, my editing to make it easier on me, this is always about me. It's not about you guys. It's about me. To make the editing simpler, a lot of times we'll just we'll do our initial talking things. We'll see chat going, and then we'll find a couple little spots where we can take a break if something needs to be addressed right away. Like I said, whether it's a ban in chat for some reason, or like I said, if you have questions about something, we'll try and answer those too and try and fit them into the podcast. But if not, we'll go back through and talk about all of them as they come up. So yeah, that is the deal. That is the spiel, as they say. The sad part is I can't find it anywhere else without risking it with the variety pack and hoping it's the mystery again. That's kind of a bummer. I have not looked. I'll have to look down here and see if it's easier to find here in southern Arizona. Oh, brewery, my kingdom for a brewery. All right, I'll move this over here. Talk about that cute little bottle. Yeah, I'm. Oh, you know what? I should.
Rolling.
We're rolling. We are rolling. I guess I should technically still turn off this. Yeah, those, I guess. Okay. All right, I think that works. All right.
And I'm Keith.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
Just jump right in.
I know we should just jump here. I mean, that seems like what some people want. Like, is they practically want us to be like the video to start that we're already like drinking.
We have
it,
the glass. We're just already.
Thankfully,
you've joined us.
I do appreciate it. We've had a fair amount of comments recently on YouTube. People just saying great review. Thank you. So it's nice
cool.
every once in a while seeing that and not just the like, when are you guys going to talk about? Just skip to the part. Like,
we can't streamline it too much more than we do.
Yeah, literally, if you streamline it anymore, it would be ridiculous. It would absolutely be ridiculous. I knew that was going to happen right as I had these off. I may have saved it. Just enough.
All right.
Chungus, thank you so much for the resubscribe, the 6-month resubscribe. That is super nice. 6 months of Bevy content. I appreciate it. That is super, super nice. How are you doing this fine evening? Hopefully you're doing very well. Thank you so much for the resubscribe. Norman, how's you? What's going on, Mr. Peterson? Let's talk about what's going in, Mr. Peterson. Yeah. So see,
all 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I always like that. What's shaking, Mr. Peterson? All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins. Chungus, thank you again so much for the resubscribe. That is super kind. That is super, super nice. All right, let's get this podcast in gear. I know you said you had something you wanted to start with that you really wanted to, or is this? It looks like it's me again. I can tell by the look on your face. It's not quite. Oh, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh God.
No, I didn't.
Okay. It's not quite Thanksgiving yet, but as soon as we kind of start getting toward fall, my brain starts to click into like, oh, what wines am I going to bring over to the holiday feast? As we get toward that time of year, and I'm always like starting to look for new things, something different. And you actually chimed in with a text when we were like, what should we have this week on the podcast? And you're like, got an idea.
I've been drinking some wine lately.
Wait, you've already had this?
Of course.
Oh my gosh.
Well, but not just that. I've been drinking other wines as well.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about that too and more. But we do have it's a Chardonnay, I believe.
Yep.
For this Give It a Shot, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we are about today is the Meiomi 2017 Chardonnay.
2017?
I know, it's the 2017. Maybe that's why it's such a great deal right now at Trader Joe's.
Oh, that could be.
I don't know. Could be. It's been sitting in the warehouse for a little bit. I don't know.
I hadn't thought about that.
I didn't know what. It's funny. I hadn't even looked at the year until tonight. And the reason, obviously, as many of you know, I work at Trader Joe's. We had gotten a special deal on this. You can't really tell from the picture, but the bottle that we have looks almost the same. Yeah, it's a little bitty one.
I'm not this big.
It's a 375 milliliter bottle that we are currently selling for $2.99. So that translates to $6 a bottle. And Meiomi products and with their Pinot Noir is usually in the $17 to $20 range.
Definitely.
And you saw their Chardonnay today at Costco
$12
for $12 for a bottle. So
yeah, that's why I thought in the text that you had mistexted how much the price was, because I did the doubling math. Because shockingly enough, I was able to do 3 times 3 plus 3. And came out with 6. And I was like, that seems like an amazing deal. I did not know it was the 2017. I don't know why I kept assuming it was the 2019. Maybe that's the link you sent me.
I think that's the link I sent you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that actually might be the thing, that this is not that it's necessarily bad.
No.
But just like some older stock. So that's why it's could be an amazing value. I was about to say it is an amazing value. I don't know yet.
And then as with their Pinot Noir, which is a blend of grapes from 3 different counties, that's the same thing with the Chardonnay.
Oh, okay.
It is a blend of Chardonnay grapes from 3 different counties.
But it's all California, though, correct?
Correct.
Yeah,
That's
and
correct.
Meiomi Pinot Noir, that's one of my favorite Pinots, especially at that price range. I always love that one. That's kind of like an instant pickup for me if I do not have one of those at home. So, color, nothing too much to really write home about there. So,
yep.
should have brought out some cheese for this. Some cheese would be. I have some cheese, but it's what is it? It's
should have brought cheese actually.
It's
American
pepper jack. Pepper jack cheese. Sorry, took me a second.
It's American cheese.
It's in slices. Yeah. Oh my god. Her sister-in-law would kill me if I ever had American cheese in the house. There would be murder. I made some bratwurst the other day, and oh my god, they came out good. Like it's like nothing special. It was just one of those things like, oh my god, this is delicious.
Sometimes it just hits you the right way.
Yeah, like I honestly think it did. Like I didn't sometimes I overcook a little bit by accident on those, because like I'm like, are they done? But I didn't. It was like perfect, and they were nice and juicy still, and oh my god, a nice little sear. Okay, you ready?
I think so.
All right. I don't know if you mentioned, is this one aged for any certain period of time that you're aware of? Or like I said, it's Chardonnay, so sometimes they do some check in there. I don't really see anything.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I don't think it's specifically, like I said, until tonight, I didn't realize it was a 2017. I just knew it was a Meiomi. So
I see it as the usual French oak, but it does not give any time. So anyway, so French oak in there. What are you getting in
I
the aroma?
get a little bit of that, a little bit of the oakiness, but not a ton.
Yeah.
And just...
It's definitely a lot of fruit going on in there.
And then some, but not like, it's more like maybe like the pear, something like a little flatter, not like high, not really any high notes, I don't think.
I'm getting a little lemon in there, lemon and pear. There's a little something else too that's almost passion fruit, but not quite that perfumey.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I said, it's just very well rounded. But like I said, I am usually more of an oakier Chardonnay person, like because I kind of want that difference. But this smells very nice. All right, for the taste.
There we go.
Guy hit a 400-foot tape measure home run off me, Coach.
It's the most exciting thing I ever saw.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Bevy, I wish I had some wine with this worse. Actually, do we have one? No, I had a martini with that. I finished up the rest of the 4 Pillars.
Oh, the olive.
Olive branch. 4 Pillars olive tree gin that we had. The one from Australia that we did. I mean, there might have been a podcast on that if you missed it.
I think there was.
I think that one might be in the archives.
Writing a post.
That's right. There would be one in the archives there at AboutBeverages if you want to check that out. We liked it. Spoiler alert.
I think I noticed when I first had it, the oak as much. There is a nice amount of that in there.
There is kind of at the back on the finish for me. I'm getting a little bit of that. I'm getting a little vanilla, a little wood almost. Like there is actually like a little bit of that kind of going on.
Yep.
Similar in the aroma, like I said, a little bit of bright fruit kind of in the middle of the tongue.
Yep.
But I would agree with you kind of more toward that mellow, like a little more low note.
Right.
It's not like much of a nice like fruit pop. It's good.
Yeah.
I don't, like I said, I think it's still a very good price for that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not so good that'd be like, oh my God, I need to have 4 bottles.
Right. Oh my God, it's an amazing deal on an amazing wine.
Yeah.
It's an amazing deal on
It's an amazing deal on a good wine.
a good wine.
That, yeah, I don't know.
Or good deal on a good wine.
I would be interested to know what the 2019, I guess, tastes like.
Right.
Just to see if there is anything different. Is that just what this vintage naturally tastes like?
Right.
Is that because this did, sit somewhere or whatever?
Right.
Did that lose any of those? Like, oh no, if you have the 2019, you get, where you got just little notes of some of those things. Oh, it really because if it did that, then to me, it's worth spending the extra amount of money because I like some of what's in there, but it just feels like it's pulled back or a little
it's a little
reserved.
restrained. It could be, there's maybe some freshness that's missing.
Yeah, that's I would completely agree. Yeah. Where there is not any freshness missing is our website, AboutBeverages.com. That is where you can find all the podcasts, videos, recipes, everything we have done over the last more than a decade. You can find all of those things there. If you only want the current video content, definitely subscribe on YouTube. We would appreciate that. You'll find everything you want there and even have a little notification go to you when new stuff goes up. If you only need the audio, you're on the go, you're just listening to us as you're maybe doing some work out in the yard, driving somewhere, saving on the bandwidth, we got you covered there too. Google Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, all of those work. Or if you have a podcast service that you enjoy using, search for About Beverages. We are more than likely on that service, and hit subscribe there. There's some, speaking of, I mentioned gin pillars earlier, but there's also some other pillars.
Yes, well, we have the 3 pillars. The 3 pillars of social media, those being TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, which is the one we used most often. Just had to change the password, though. I'm going to let you guys know. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah. No, don't say what it is.
No, not going to let you know what that is.
We kind of got to change it again.
Every week we keep having to change our password. Why is that?
Keith won't shut up.
But we're going to let you know when we're going to go live most Thursday evenings on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages. We get together, hang out with you, our valuable listener, and interact with chat and talk about all kinds of things. Vacations.
Yeah.
Food, beverages, sports, whatever comes up, we are happy to chat about that. And then throughout the week, Andrew's going to let you know what he's doing as far as gaming and such. And so follow us on Twitter.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
And that is a podcast. Hey, that's us. That is you. 100% you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out here. That is a podcast. I'm famous, Ma. Ma, they mentioned me. Ma, get the camera.
Should we do that? Hang out with people such as?
Yeah, we should start doing that. Just calling out people, and they're like, wait, why did you mention me?
Yeah.
So it's funny. So in the notes here, they talk about baked apple, ripe stone fruit, grilled pineapple for the 2019.
Yeah, those notes aren't there.
No.
But that's that. And once again,
so
it probably changes. Like if you look at the breakdown of the county, I mean, maybe that changes every year,
it didn't. That was on the nose. In the taste, it's steely minerality, tropical fruit, exotic spices. I did almost get passion fruit.
Yeah, you mentioned that actually.
Monterey, Sonoma, and Santa Barbara.
Okay.
2017.
Maybe because we just had a cider.
14% alcohol.
Maybe because we just had some cider. Maybe our palates are jaded.
We
should have cleansed our palates with something.
Maritime influences in the evening tempered the afternoon's warm sun. Wow, is Keith writing for this website?
I think you are influenced by the maritime.
Yeah, I think you might be. Pinot Noir, $25. Let me see if I can find by chance. $2017. I mean, it aired out that freshness. It may have. Maybe they left the barrel for that wine open for way too long. Could be. They may not have tasting notes from older vintages, unfortunately. Now this is the 2019 it keeps linking to.
Okay.
That would have been interesting. I'm assuming. Well, here's okay. Vivino actually has the 2017. Oldest vintage available. Butter, oak, vanilla, apple, pear, and peach. You said pear.
Mm-hmm.
Citrus, lemon, and grapefruit. So we were actually...
There's a lot going on.
This seems like it is more the 2017 version.
Yeah.
That's
the grapefruit could have restrained that a little bit too, and then
that could
lost
have been,
a little bit over
maybe
a
that's a
couple
little
of years.
bit what I was getting at the back end with some of that like woody bitterness at the end. Okay. All right. Well, that actually kind of... I think we were fairly accurate. Like we both kind of hit all those things. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Vivino.
Thank you, Vivian.
That seems like a good little app. We should try that.
We should link to that on our website.
We should link that on our new website.
Is there?
No, not
yet.
Are
you throwing out teasers?
No, not yet.
Okay, all right.
Level up.
So one of the things I have been doing lately,
okay,
a lot of guys at work are getting into the sports betting.
Oh, okay.
So I've been dabbling a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Did you play some bets?
But not with my own money. Well, because if you're a first time you sign up, they offer a whole bunch of different promos. The one I got in on was you had to put $5 in your account.
Oh, okay.
Make a $1 bet, and then they gave you 6 $25 bets for free.
Wow.
So, and I have to tell. So if Pocket, obviously she knows it was there when it happened. But Baker's listening too. So this happened I started doing this right at the beginning of the baseball playoffs.
Oh, okay.
So one of the things I put a bet on was for Anthony Rizzo to hit a home run in the Yankees game.
Oh, so you did a prop bet.
And he did. And Anthony Rizzo won me $137.
That's cool.
It was so exciting. That was like the first bet I did. I was like, you know what? Anthony's clutch. It's left, short field ports, and he was leading off on his third at bat. He hit a home run.
So because that was just a 1-game playoff series, right? Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. So did you put 25 down?
I put one of the $25 bets on.
Okay, so you have to do it's basically like
in that particular one. Now there's other promos and stuff, and I'm using DraftKings. There's FanDuel.
I think that's the one I keep seeing.
Yeah, the DraftKings one seems to be a little bit more intuitive, but overall,
it's weird now because Arizona you can totally bet now. Which I keep seeing all that. Like that was Twitter for like the last 2 months has been like you should do like
if you are thinking about it, you can like I said you can a $5 investment. And you can play for free for a little bit. It's kind of like I said. It's been kind of fun. I'm
worried about the addiction.
Well, no, and there is that. You certainly have to watch out for that. But it's been it was. I actually
did you take that? Now, do they have like you can only take out money at certain points?
No, you can you can cash out. I actually did. I wanted a $125 check, so they're mailing me that.
They mail you a check?
Yeah. I could put it in my PayPal, but I don't use PayPal. So.
Oh, okay. But then from PayPal, you can move it to your bank account.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you totally can.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Like once you've actually set up, because you set up your PayPal with a bank account, right? Didn't you have to do that?
With a credit card.
Oh, okay. Like mine, AboutBeverages has it both. Like there's multiple things tied to that account, and so like if you link a checking or a savings account to it, then at any point you can transfer.
Oh, that's cool.
And if you don't mind waiting, you don't pay you pay very minimal or no fees. If for some reason you're no, just give it to me right now, like a quick transfer. Yeah. I think they charge you 2% of the amount of whatever up to a certain thing. So $5 investment was my nickname in college. Those were desperate times. Oh my God. $5 investment.
But I thought it was cool. I thought, especially like I said, when Rizzo hit that home run, I was like, oh my God, that's good. I was like, oh my God. And I got a text from Lavardi. I got a text from another guy that I work with, JJ.
How quickly does that show up? Did you just go look at
after the game?
Okay.
The game completes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then a couple other things.
We looked later and that was not a home run.
Yeah. No, it was a home run. I did some in-game stuff and I lost. But then since it wasn't my money anyways, I bet on the Braves and I bet on the Brewers. So... I spent $50 that wasn't mine to win 30. It is mine. So.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay.
It wasn't my money. I mean, it would be stupid if you're actually paying that money. If you actually were to take your own money, that would be silly.
Okay,
because you're going to win.
So that's actually some fun initial smart bets if you can do that, just to get the money to come if you want to just win the money.
Yeah, and
unless one was favored more than the other, if you'd have won.
Well, I did, so I won more since the Braves won. I actually won more with the Braves.
Oh, okay.
But I knew either one, whoever won, I was going to win.
I was going to win
because it wasn't my money. So, but no, it's been fun.
Oh,
like,
that's cool.
It's funny when guys were first talking about it, I'm like, oh my God, I hope you guys are okay. Don't spend too much money. And then all of a sudden I'm like, so wait a minute, they're going to give me this money? And I'm like, I can have a little fun with it. Because like, yeah, you could take, like, say, you know, there was a totally dominant football team, put $25 bet on it. You know, I mean,
$25 bet on the other team,
even if it only wins you $50. I mean, it's still you're literally betting. Well, there's a $5 initial investment, but don't put it on the. I accidentally opened the wrong app and I put $5 on their on FanDuel or DraftKings Fantasy.
Oh,
I was like, wait a minute, this isn't the right thing. So anyway,
make sure you pick DraftKings. What?
DraftKings Sportsbook.
Okay, there you go.
Yes, and if you are interested in doing it, I can send you a link.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, anyway,
yeah, if I can get that much for free, that sounds like fun.
And once again, you know, I got lucky. Now, the other thing is, if I would have put it, I also could have put on Schwarber because he hit a home run. And then Chris Bryant hit a home run in his first game. All the former Cubs were hitting home runs. And in fact, even somebody else. Oh, Peterson the other day. Peterson. He hit a 3-run homer. So
damn.
I know. All the Cubs that were traded this year there, well, except for Baez, but he's at home now, so
yeah.
I'm assuming he's at home. So
he's at home hanging out.
Yes,
that's
it was fun. It's been fun.
I've seen that, and I keep seeing the ads for it and whatever else, you know. And I'm just always like, is that is that really true? Like I just keep saying, but apparently it is.
Yeah.
Spurts. My brain turned to mush. Yeah. No worries.
All right, we're going away from sports. We'll come back to we've got. Where are we going to next?
I thought we would do the whiskey because like I was worried the Bloody Mary mix, tomato and spices and all those things would throw off that. And I thought it'd be less, and also I didn't want people to have to wait too long. Okay. Because I figured since we were starting later.
True.
So should we get to the Angel's Envy? Should we go get the Angel's Envy Rye? There we go. Okay. Everyone's excited.
There we go.
All right. So this is what we're going to go grab. It is, put the link there again in chat. Angel's Envy Rye Rum Cask Finished. There's the link. You can go check it out. Go read up on it a little bit while we take a quick break. We're going to go grab that. You're fighting sleep. I knew it.
We'll be back.
This is going to happen.
Fast.
We're doing that. We'll be right back. And you go pour yourself some too, because you promised you were going to pour yourself some while we had it. Be right back.
That'll help.
We're back. Look at that. We're doing pretty quick breaks tonight.
Yeah, we have to. Well, we don't want our audience. Well, we got a late start.
Yep.
We got 4 things that we're trying to get through here, and then it's number 3 though. So
this is number 3. Let's just get right to it because everyone is excited in chat. I appreciate it. We've held out everybody so long. Thank you for hanging out. Pocket, it's good to see you. It's wonderful to see you again.
Yes, and even on our last show, she was out on vacation. So yeah,
can't watch those guys.
So yes, yay. She had a long day at work, but she's here. Cool. Yay.
I am always up for trying a new whiskey. How about you?
Absolutely.
This one comes highly recommended by someone that is always hanging out in chat.
Really?
Yeah.
Always.
Okay. I don't know if this person has ever not been in our chat at twitch.tv/AboutBeverages.
That's pretty cool. We have to try it then.
It's very often. We have to try it. And then as soon as I tweeted about this, well, you can follow us on Twitter as well. As soon as I tweeted about that, I actually bought a bottle of this whiskey, this rye whiskey specifically. Immediately people came out of the woodworks. Oh my God, that one's amazing. That one's really good. I can't wait for you to have it, whatever. So we're going to get it, bring it to the tasting table. We're going to put it through its paces. So we've got a rye whiskey for this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the Angel's Envy Finished Rye.
Yeah, so this is a rye whiskey, and it is finished in rum casks.
And normally they finish their in sherry, right?
Port is their other one. So they're regular. So they've got 2 different ones that are easy to find. They also have a barrel proof, I believe. But they have a Angel's Envy that is just a bourbon that is finished in port barrels. And then this one, again, this one is rye, and it is finished in Caribbean. How are we saying it?
Caribbean Queen. Should we say it like Billy Ocean?
Let's do it. Caribbean rum casks is what we've got today. So this has come highly recommended. It is 100 proof.
Okay.
Rye whiskey. I love the Angel's Envy. Like I said, the regular one that's finished.
it's a good
That
one.
is one of my favorites. Like I said, especially for that price. That one's usually around under $50, $45 to $50, depending on where you find it. Sometimes they've had that at Costco for even a little bit cheaper, but that one's pretty good.
We actually sell the Angel's Envy at the store for 46 or 47, so it's right in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good price. But like I would buy that whiskey all day long. Like I said, I really like that. I like the finish. That's what kind of starts to separate to me. Sometimes some of these different whiskeys is the finishes. That was like what Whistle Pig. A lot of their stuff was known for with Dave Pickerel. He was kind of known for his finishings. He did the stuff for the Blackened brandy cask. So I like those because they kind of just add another unique layer to these. So so we've got rum going on here, 100 proof. I have opened the bottle. I have not had any of this. You have obviously not had any of this.
That is correct.
But I did open it to kind of let it breathe a little bit.
Well, we talk about that a lot. That
it
seems like the initial opening is kind of necessary to remove some of the intense heat. My God, the heat.
My God, the heat. And I love that glass you've got there. Where can you get glasses like that?
Oh man, that glass! You know what? That's looks like a laser etched About Beverages.
It does.
Glencairn glass.
Oh my gosh! Exactly.
Yeah, there's a link to that.
It's right down here. I think
there's
a link to those right there. You can order directly from Glencairn.
It's hard to believe
Ohio.
That's coming up on like a year already because I know
is.
I bought these as Christmas presents last year. So time goes by way too quickly.
Way too quickly. So do you want to know the price now or do you want to do it after we've tried
I want to know it later.
Okay. All right. So let's just go right to the color here, which is the color of whiskey.
On the Pantone scale, is there just the color bourbon?
There should be. There needs to be. 100%. It's also the lesser-known Tom Cruise movie, The Color of Whiskey.
The color of... Oh, okay. Color of whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay, not the color of bourbon.
Not the color of bourbon, no.
Okay.
This is not bourbon. This is whiskey.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Because it's rye. That's okay.
That's
all
Angel
right.
Envy, the other one is...
Yes, it is bourbon.
That's what's been tripping me
bourbon?
up. Okay.
Bourbon.
All right.
Yeah. So, fairly like dark honey colored, like nothing.
There's a little bit of orange in there, actually. A little orange.
A little orange? Yeah, I would agree with that. Bit. Okay. Well, let's get to the important things. I'm very excited to smell this one, and I want to taste it. So let's get to the aroma.
Damn Dodgers. That was a very Rye joke.
That was a very right. Thanks, Debo. Did you have this in your prop bet?
No, I've spent all my free bets.
Oh, okay. So, I didn't know if, like, since you had won some of it, you were like, oh, I'm going to keep 25 or something in there, and they'll just keep using that.
There's a little bit in there, and then like Pac and I were talking for like if I'm like, ooh, if I have like a good hunch about something, because honestly,
if I had a good hunch.
Well, no, or feeling like I did with Rizzo. I was like, he's going to hit a home run.
Yeah,
I felt that, and so yeah, if I ever have a situation like that.
My partner feels it too.
Then, yeah, my partner feels it too.
All right, you ready?
Hang on. Okay. All right. I get a little bit of nuttiness in there, and this is just gonna sound weird, but like peanuts.
Oh, peanuts I don't get.
I get peanuts.
I could go hazelnut.
Maybe hazelnut, but
I could go hazelnut.
And a little
maybe.
Honey.
Interesting.
I get a sweetness in there.
Well, the sweetness definitely. Like I'm getting that, but yeah, I get more like toward a hazelnutty kind of thing. But yeah, the sweetness is fantastic. Obviously, you're talking rum, so you're talking molasses, so that's even more amplifying the brown sugar notes that you normally get out of a whiskey anyway. I'm getting some of the spice that you would get out of the rye. Right. I'm getting a little bit of smokiness in there too. Like there's a wonderful blend of, like, you would think possibly that says this has been aged for up to 18 months in the casks. Which almost could sound like, oh my God, is this going to be too much of a sweet bomb or whatever? And there's definitely a fair amount of that, but there's a wonderful balance because rye is the right call here because you're going to bring to the table all those other things, the spice, the smoke, some wood. This smells fantastic.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's
a very enticing aroma.
Yeah, very much so. It's
so different. You think actually peanut?
I don't know why.
Okay.
Anybody want a peanut?
Anybody want to stop saying that? I mean it. Yeah, that is a wonderful, and I love that you can take a deep,
Yeah.
Inhale of it too.
Because a lot of times you get like in some things you'll get like a vanilla nut, or but there's something very, and it could be maybe there's the spicy and the honey, and maybe there's something in there that's making me think of like a honey roasted peanut.
Okay,
maybe that's what I'm. Because there is a sweetness, there is definitely there is the nut, and maybe that's why I'm thinking about that. Okay, took me a while, but I got back to
you made
honey roasted peanut.
There you go.
There we go.
That to me then makes sense. Okay, yeah, no, that is a wonderful aroma. If the taste is even close to this, I'll be fairly happy. So let's find out. Let's find out. Oh my God, the scent of this whiskey in a candle form. I almost have you. It's not quite this scent of this. There is and I retweeted about it. There is a small Etsy shop that I buy things from. It's from a couple different people that I follow on Twitter. And they're super awesome people in general. But like I said, the wife does these pumpkin bourbon candles. Oh my God, I ordered more. They just came out again. I ordered more of them because we usually wind up kind of giving some of them out and stuff like that. They're fantastic. They're awesome. Like I said, I will, if you're interested in that, remind me and I will give you the link to that later. But oh my God, they smell fantastic. It's literally the bourbon smell and that sweet and then some of the pumpkin spices, but it's not overdone. Oh my God, they're fantastic. They're some of my favorite candles.
You drink them all the time. Wait, no.
Yeah.
You get a spoon and just...
You just ordered some? Did you? Oh, nice, HJ. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, well, they were one of the recipients of one of those candles, so they ordered more. There you go. Yeah, no, we ordered.
Now you don't have to give them one.
I was just going to say, I don't need to give them one of the ones they ordered then. Fantastic. I keep that for myself.
Okay.
Think you're good?
I think so.
That did not disappoint.
Do you think it's what you get in the nose?
It is. I get more sweet in the nose, and then in the taste, I get more of the wood and the rye, and a little bit of smoke, and then that leads into the sweet, which to me is perfect. Because if I'd have gotten all the sweet that I got in the nose, I think I would have liked it a little bit less. Because it would have been toward. There's a Basil Hayden's member that we had that was really sweet, and it was also a rum barrel.
Remember yeah. Rum barrel can concern me.
That's what I'm saying.
Bit.
This is fantastic.
Yeah,
I love this, and little too smooth maybe because like I literally could, it's deceptively smooth because I'm getting a little heat like because the 100 proof going down a little bit, but the actual like finish and everything else the entire way through, oh my God, this is so good.
Well, you like the 100 proof, right? That's kind of like your
I do, yeah. The 100 to
100-ish.
105 proof is kind of my new sweet spot. I like that just because you get a little bit more of the heat, but you get a little more depth of flavor too. I feel like it's not quite as watered down. There's definitely other things that I like at lesser proofs, but usually that is definitely something I gravitate toward, is that kind of that bottled and bond and up a little bit. What do you think?
No, because I didn't get what's in the nose and the taste at first. And so that's why I was thinking, I hope I'm not that far off where you're like, that's exactly what I was thinking. But you described it very well. It is more of the smoke, more of the depth that then leads into those other things. And it is except for the little bit of heat, it is very smooth going.
Yeah,
very smooth with a lot of flavor. That's very good.
God, that is really good.
Yeah, I like I said, sometimes the rum cask can concern me a little bit, but whatever this was before going in, this must have just sort of rounded it out, added that little bit of sweetness. Didn't
I think
go overboard. So.
And I think that's why they were super smart, this being the rye one, because rye definitely comes through with usually more of the spice, more of the wood, the char, depending on what the recipe, obviously everything going on. But oh my God, like I said, yeah, this is exactly what I was kind of hoping for. And that, like I said, that sweetness is perfect for what they, because if they'd have done this with their regular bourbon, like I love the port barrel one, but I think that one's good because it does kind of bring the nuttiness to that and that one doesn't get quite as sweet. Whereas if they'd have done that, I think that would have been overly, so like this is This one is over the top. This
And
one
these are they out
fantastic.
of Kentucky?
I
or-
honestly am not 1,000%
Who,
sure.
what is
You
the
have
Angel?
this is yes, it is
Uh-oh.
Louisville Distilling
Louisville.
Company. Okay, Louisville.
Okay.
Yeah, this is wow. This is this is excellent. Now, the true test. How much would you pay for this? Or well, you wouldn't pay anything.
Well, yeah, I would say I'm the wrong guy to ask. So maybe ask do HJ? Do they know?
They probably know
what this
I couldn't
costs?
even- This is what I was able to find it for. So I guess that may depend. Like I said,
Okay.
I don't know if that comes at a different price.
Where
I
would
am
you
very
find it?
happy. I'm happy to pay this. Like I'm not
Okay.
going to run out and buy multiple bottles because it's expensive.
Okay.
But I'm fine with this price. So yes.
We must know. They must know. Oh, sorry.
So what do you think? Do you want to guess at the cost? How do you want to go with this a little bit? Do
I
you have any idea?
No,
so the
well,
other one,
the
so the other
one's-
one's 50-ish.
Yes,
And I've already said
50-ish.
this one's a little more than that.
Okay, so 70,
A little more.
5.
82.
Oh, okay.
It's like a weird number.
Okay.
but it was like $81.99.
okay.
So
All
about
right.
$80
Okay.
for this one.
Okay.
I think it's worth every penny.
Okay. All right.
But again, that's obviously your budget, like everything else.
Right.
But the flavors in here are fantastic. This is such an amazing, I think, sipper. I love that, like I said, it has the proof, so you get some of that heat. But man, the rum just must smooth out so many things. It is.
There's a little
Oh my
brown,
God.
sugary, molassesy note in there as this even sits a little bit more. And I did notice that in the taste. That is kind of
the nose is
that,
just so
that sort of
good, too.
lingering, that the more depth, not the like super sweet, the more depth of,
Oh my God,
of sweetness.
this is so that's what's only that's unfortunate about this is because it's so smoother. Like you could easily just be like I have pretty much gone.
For a glass.
Yeah, do my wife's pour amount. Do a Hulk fist of whiskey. Of this
Hulk
one,
fist.
and you'd be no problem whatsoever. Oh my God, yeah, this one is absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, I cannot say that our website is equally as fantastic as his whiskey, but it's close.
Okay.
It's in the ballpark. I feel.
Okay. It's,
I
okay.
feel
All right.
definitely though.
We
do you know what's-
aspire.
Do you know what's the best part about our website though? Absolutely free. You can go to
That's
aboutbeverages.com
true.
and you don't have to pay
That's
a
true.
penny to go there and check out everything we have done over the last decade, including reviews and podcast videos, all that kind of stuff. If you only want just the latest videos, a great place to go, obviously, is YouTube. I'm sure you've heard it. New startup, YouTube. Are you familiar with it?
Yeah, they're just getting popular now.
They're just getting popular. Yeah, search for them. Trust
Yeah.
me, they're a safe website.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate that. If you only want audio, we've got you covered there as well. Google Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes. If you have a favorite podcast app that you use, search for About Beverages, and you will find us there. And if that's not enough and you want to go the extra mile, we have some pillars to talk about as
the
well.
pillars of social media. Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
those being TikTok, the newest addition to the pillar lineup. Also Instagram and Twitter, which is what we use most often to keep you up to date on what's going on at About Beverages, just like earlier tonight when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which is what we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific time. When we get together, we hang out, we try things, we have all kinds of fun discussions, and just talk about whatever happens to come up. Also, throughout the week, Andrew let you know what he's doing in the gaming world and what he might be drinking while he's doing it. So follow us on Twitter.
But as we always say,
Whether we like it or not,
when we like something this much,
you must give it a shot.
and that is a podcast. We must know where you picked this up. It is a secret, and they have more bottles of it too. It's a secret. You can message me later, and I will tell you. But they have more bottles of this.
Was this from? Wait, no, that's not what we talked about earlier.
It probably is, but I don't know if they were here.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. Berserker, I'm having a proud dad moment right now. I've successfully recommended a whiskey to the OGs. I can die happy. Berserker, yeah, 100. I trust you anyway. Like I said, I think we are very similar in our like I said, our palates. Like I said, I know you keep joking about it. I think you have a very good palate. And yeah, this is fantastic. Like this is so good. Like,
wow.
This is over the top delicious. Like I was a little worried with the rum finish.
Yeah, but you wouldn't think rum from this. You would just think some balanced sweetness with all the other stuff going on. So, yep.
Yeah, it's like I said, it is definitely like I said that it's not something it doesn't turn into your daily sipper because of the price.
Yeah.
But it's something I would definitely always want to have in my bar, and it's something that it turns into that spot of like where you're the things that are your favorites, like I want to have that backup bottle. Where you're like, I'd like to have it before this one empties. I want to make sure I have that
there's
next
another
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've heard people comment on that. That's ridiculous, but I don't know. There's something about when there is something like I'm recognizing that when it's gone, I'm going to be sad that it's gone. So it's like I'm
right. You're not worried. You're not doing that with a bottle of vodka. You're not doing that. You're not even doing that with a bottle of Bullet or something that.
No.
It's a bit. You're doing that with something that is a treat to you
and difficult to find
and hard to find.
Yeah.
And so there's that's. I mean, and once again, it has to be something you can afford.
Oh, 100%. Sure.
And all that stuff. But as long as if it's something you really enjoy, yeah, it is nice to know you have that backup there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Debo, if we ever finally meet in real life, I will give you some of this. You can try some because I know how much you like the rum too. But you're not putting this in any of your Coke. No rum. This is
yeah, no, that probably
horrible.
isn't good.
Now I see why you said it was impossible to follow. Yeah, I don't know how. So at the time, Berserker actually did. He was streaming as well. Berserker streams. Like I said, you should go check out his channel. Of course, you know what? Oh, actually, while he's here, hold on while we're talking. You guys aren't following Berserker. You should definitely do it. Super nice guy, streams a lot of different video games, lots of variety things, but also he happened to be streaming when they tried 3 different whiskeys, and one of them was this. And this was, I think, the second one you said you tried, and then they had that, remember they had that 14-year, but it was a, what did they call it? What was it, a light whiskey or something like that? It was...
Oh, I even thought there was something in there. I even tried that light whiskey. Light whiskey.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's so that it was called a light whiskey, but it was like still like 12 or 14 years aged, and they did that one after this one. And they were like, just nothing could follow this one up. And like I agree, like I don't know how you'd follow this up with something like there's so many. It's rich. Like that's the best way to describe this. Like I just had I had some of the piggyback rye from Whistle Pig the other day, which is again, only a little more than half the price, like I said, of this. So it's not, meant to be like quite as good, but it's 100% rye as well. And that one's good, but I can see where the roots of that are in here because that has all the spice and the other things going on. And then it kind of like I said, this just adds so much more of an extra layer and texture to it. It's awesome.
It just has that
Sis,
nice...
how's it going? Good to see you.
It's just got that nice, deeper sweetness to it, like you get from a molasses or, brown sugar or something like that. And that just finishes off nicely.
Where does this rank compared to the Jack Daniels Rye? Well, I'll have to, we'll have to maybe compare and contrast. Maybe I bring you some of this and I have another sip of that since you have that Jack Daniels Rye. The Jack Daniels Rye is I would say a little more complex. That one has a little more heat to it. I think this one is probably a little more, especially in the aroma, has a little bit more. I would say the aroma is less complex than the Jack Daniels. But then the flavor of this, I think that's what's amazing to me. I think the flavor is even more complex than the aroma, which does not happen often. Usually in the aroma, you get like a lot of like, oh, I'm getting all these things. And the taste, we're like, well, I'm not getting all that, but I get, I think the actual taste of this is more complex than the aroma. Like I said, just because of the sweet, because of all the other things you get.
Yep, I agree.
I'll have to dip into my hooch savings. Debo, when we meet, you will not have to dip into your hooch savings. Whatever you want to try, you can try. Are they pouring this at batch, or are you saying they're pouring the Jack Daniels at batch, or are they pouring both? Because then you could just try both side by side. But yeah, this is definitely up there. The Jack Daniels though also runs another, well, depending on how you get it, another double of this.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a barrel. It's what is it actually? It's barrel rye select, $8 at batch for oh my god, that's a deal. Oh, the Jack Daniels. Okay. Wait, what? That's insane.
$8 for a bottle of Jack Daniels?
So the Jack Daniels, it's a single barrel proof rye from Jack Daniels. And it's like they do a different one every year or something. All right, boys, I am past my bedtime at midnight.
Good
single
night, Berserker.
barrel
Thank
proof.
you.
Berserker, thank you for the recommendation.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Good night. Get some sleep. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Single barrel proof rye that they do. And I don't know what the actual retail cost should be. Do you know what that is, HJ? Like I said, but like I said, depending on where you find it, it's, you know, anywhere from $150 up to $300 for a bottle. Like I said, it's difficult.
Yikes.
That was the guy. Remember when we were at the Cubs Diamondbacks game?
You were talking with somebody.
Yeah, the guy in front of us. Literally, I was telling our other brother about that, and I was mentioning it, and he turned around and he's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "I've been able to find that," and like, he's like, "Well, I can't tell you where." Or like, you know, it was like he was like this secret thing, but yeah, he's like, "Yeah, I've got a." He's like, "Yeah, that one's great." I think it's under 100. That's what I thought. I was gonna say 90-ish. So in comparison, if you actually could get that at proper price, the Jack Daniels one is probably slightly better, but I don't know. Like I said, yeah, I would have to, honestly, I'd have to try them side by side. Because yeah, I'm surprised how much the rum brings to it. Because yeah, the other, that's the thing. Like, it was a Basil Hayden's, right? When we had the other rum finished one that it was, I think Frank had brought over. It was the Basil Hayden's. And it was rum finished because it had the purple, like, little, you know, suit that Basil Hayden's likes to wear.
No, you're right.
And I remember us trying that, and I was like, yeah, I kind of like this. And I remember you were like, this is just too sweet. And I, like I said, looking back on it, I think you were 100% right. It was just over the top with that sweetness, which, like I said, again, Basil Hayden's is not heavy enough anyway. I think
right, and that's the thing.
Whereas that's what I think is brought to the table.
Right.
It's the 100 proof, fully rye, like all those other things. Right. Super smart what Angel's Envy has done here. Comes out again in December, so get ready to look. Okay, have to start fighting for that one. All right, well, we have one more beverage. I almost forgot.
We do.
I was thinking this was the last one. I was
this got Chad, you just so distracted.
It did get me a little distracted. All right, we've got one more. How do you want it? So we've got a Bloody Mary mix.
Okay.
This was actually provided to us. It's from Sunday's Bloody Mary mix. Depending on how you read it, it can sound a little strange. Sunday's Bloody.
Yeah,
Sunday,
that's their Twitter.
Sunday Bloody Sunday. Sunday Bloody. Yeah. So Sunday's Bloody Mary mix. This is their, I think, spicy version. So who knows how spicy that's going to be. That's the only thing I was like a touch worried about. Because I'm always, you know, like I said, I don't mind things being a little spicy. But if it's, you know, too much, we'll find out. We'll see how it is.
Right.
But how do you think? So should we try it just on its own as the mix? Should we just literally go mix up a drink and just try it as that way as a Bloody Mary? Like, what are your thoughts?
All that vodka adds is alcohol.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's gonna.
So I think we can just.
So it's gonna thin out some of those other flavors too.
But I actually sometimes I like that sort of savory goodness from a Bloody Mary mix type thing. So
okay,
I'm
fine
trying it
au
straight.
natural.
Yeah.
Like I
if
think
you want to bring in
a
a bottle of vodka and have it here, if you want to give a little splash afterward or something. But I think we should just try it straight.
I like that idea. Okay. I think that's a good idea. Have you seen the Basil Hayden's toasted and char? I have not. So I saw Basil Hayden's like pretty much everywhere because they had it at Total Wine and they had it at Costco. And obviously your local Trader Joe's has that as well. But yeah, I've not seen the toasted yet, the toasted and charred. I would try that one though, but I don't know. Basil Hayden's sometimes I think is maybe not to my palate anymore. But who knows? All right, we're going to go grab whatever I just said.
The Bloody Mary mix.
Thank you.
That's the one.
All right, we will be, hold on, wait, I can't find the button. I found it. Be right back.
Caesar. Tried to say.
She sells seashells by the seashore. Oh my God. I didn't know you were all back again. Oh my God. We actually have another beverage.
There's everyone.
What is going on here?
It's a good thing we didn't do that sparkling tequila thing that I...
Well, as soon as you sent that, I was like, we already have 4 things. I'm like, that'll be great for next week.
I didn't realize. I thought maybe this was going with the whiskey for some reason. So that's a good thing. No.
Do you want me to?
Oh no, we don't want.
Do you want to pour the whiskey with that?
No, you don't want to.
You got to give me $10.
No,
I'm not pouring that.
He just cost me $5,000.
Okay,
I'm stunned. I gotta lie down.
So they do have a mild. So this Bloody Mary mix that we're about to try. So they do have a mild Bloody Mary mix, and then they also have this one is the spicy Caesar Bloody Mary mix.
Spicy Caesar. Sundays.
We'll find out. I'm hoping it's not too spicy. Maybe I should have brought water in here. Do you want water? Should I?
We'll be fine.
Okay. All right.
We're a seasoned beverage professionals.
I feel that we are, and usually, especially if I think this company is out of Pennsylvania. I'm guessing they don't know what spicy is compared to the Southwest.
The Amish made this.
No, I'm just kidding. I understood. Yeah, there was these water wheels, and there was this guy in a cart and buggy. Like it was. Let's see. So this, if you were actually going to make the recipe with this, they say an ounce of vodka to 8 ounces of this mix, and then garnish. So
that's how you use more of the mix.
I think
That's how
it
they
is,
sell
because
more
I would
mix.
probably add a little more vodka to that if I was making my Bloody Mary. Also, what is your favorite, if you're in chat here, what is your favorite garnish for Bloody Mary? Usually
Celery, right?
So celery, which I actually had a Bloody Mary recently. Recently, when we were in San Francisco, I had that with my oysters. And it was good. But I was thinking as I had that, one of my favorite garnishes actually was at the Yard House. Their Bloody Mary. What did they garnish it with? Do you remember?
A carrot. No, I don't know.
Bacon.
Oh, well, of course.
Giant cooked piece of bacon, like really, like
Wow.
It's a good call.
They doubled
and I
down.
saw, and
That's good.
actually, you'll see here in a minute when we start the podcast, the picture that I grabbed. I think it was from their Facebook or their Twitter. So credit to Sunday's Bloody Mary mix for the picture. I think you can see they kind of do both. You can see a celery stalk sticking out, and then I swear there is something wrapped in bacon as well. I was like,
There's some sort of prosciutto or something.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's definitely bacon.
And there's a pickle.
So, hey,
whoa, hey,
easy.
hey, olives. There's
Easy.
all kinds of
I was
olives
excited
there.
to try the mix. Settle the hell down, Jesus. Oh, that's unnecessary. Bacon again, and bacon. Yeah, always bacon. Bacon is always the right call, right?
Bacon.
Bacon. That's not actually the picture I grabbed, but you will see something similar to that. But yeah, that is a lot of garnish for that. That is a lot of garnish. All right, so let's get to this. So we are gonna try this initially for the most part. Like I said, we're just gonna try it the way it is, sample it. I will probably throw in a little bit of vodka, and we'll see how that goes. If even if not necessary, I'll probably do it anyway.
Okay.
Just because I want to, I am want to make sure you guys get the full experience.
Yeah, you have to make an accurate representation and review about what it was intended to be.
About this beverage.
Absolutely. About beverages. That's us.
Yeah, that's right. It says, "Oh, shake well." I get tired doing this with salad dressings as well. All right.
Shake thoroughly. Oh my God. I'm so tired.
Oh my God. These guys are sweating.
What are they doing?
These people are like, why did we send them in? And we were I did not purchase this. This was sent to us. It was provided to us. But they've not asked us to review it in any particular way. They, honest opinions. There's not anything behind the scenes. But I do want everybody to know that this was provided to us as a sample, because they reached out and we were conversing back and forth through Twitter, and I was like, hey, I'm like, if you want to send us something like we do, and they were like, yeah, we'll send you one.
No, we love that. That's really cool.
We do like that. I am thinking I'm going to go with it. I have a feeling we're going to spill a little bit. I probably should have brought a towel, because like pouring out of that jar maybe into there. We'll go with it. I'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't get it on your iPad. It is what it is.
That'll probably be all right. Wait, no.
Wait, what? No.
Hey, what?
All right. There is nothing like a fresh Bloody Mary to start any day.
Any work day?
Any work day.
Any day,
period.
Okay.
But it's particularly apparently on Sunday. If you're thinking Sunday brunch, if you're thinking some sort of, mid-afternoon breakfast, so that'd be brunch again,
That's
I guess.
typically the day of rest and relaxation for most.
Yes. So Bloody Mary works well on that day. We have never actually reviewed, made a Bloody Mary here on the channel. We've never made it, but we have a mix that has been provided to us. So that's what we've got. We've got a Bloody Mary mix for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we are about today is the Sunday's Bloody Mary mix, but it's the spicy Caesar version.
Correct. This picture does show the word mild there. That is something they also do, is they make a mild version.
But this is not the mild.
This is not. This is the spicy
spicy
Caesar.
Okay.
I don't know how spicy that's going to be. Everyone's definition of spicy is always different.
True.
Yeah, you see on a menu, if you order hot wings or whatever else, it could be something different. I'm
True.
shaking this for a reason. It says to shake it well.
Shake it well.
It said to
Shake it,
refrigerate
baby.
after opening, but I already pre-refrigerated it because I knew we were just going to taste it here.
That's right.
We're going to taste it as it is. We're not going to initially add vodkas because we just kind of see what the initial flavor profile is. And then I may add a little bit of vodka to it. I'm realizing now, did I not bring the vodka in here?
Well, it's a giant bottle. You'd think we'd see it here, but
I think I forgot it. Yeah.
Maybe we forgot, but it's close by.
Yeah, I will go get it in a minute. Like I said, so anyway, I have it's Kirkland vodka, but if you are on the down low, if you know Kirkland vodka, it's actually Grey Goose.
Oh, okay.
Which is nothing really to write home about. I'm not a huge Grey Goose fan either. We've done reviews of that as well. We've done reviews of a lot of different vodkas. I'm actually thinking, depending on the flavor profile of this, maybe some Humboldt's Finest, the hemp-infused vodka, a little extra savory, might even go a long way in here, but we'll find out.
We're going to find out. That's what we're here to do. We're here to try this
When you think about Bloody Mary mix, what do you usually think about? Like, do you have like a mix that you make your own if you're having one, like a little tomato juice?
You know, I can probably count the amount of Bloody Marys I've had on these 2 or 3 fingers.
Okay, not even a hand, literally.
Yeah, I really don't. Yeah, I think I had one on one of our vacations once. They had like a Bloody Mary bar, and I think I made one maybe at another time. But yeah, it's just not one of those things I drink a lot of. But that being said, I do like V8 and those types of kind of savory beverages almost. So
I love it. Like whenever I think of it, I do love a good Bloody Mary. I'm like, oh, that sounds good right now. Like because of what you just said, the savory, all that kind of stuff. I remember, like I said, of making Bloody Marys, just like home quick down and dirty recipe. I remember our other brother making one, and he used to put lemon pepper in there.
I remember that. In fact, I think I still actually have a bag of lemon pepper at the house that you guys brought over for like one of the parties we had.
Probably one of your brunch. Okay, yeah, definitely.
I came across that recently going through the pantry. So
we're not even going to really talk about color because that seems ridiculous. It looks like tomatoes.
But I can already smell things.
All right. Things. Well, let's get to the aroma then.
Pepper.
I get pepper, but I get like actually it kind of reminds me of like a cocktail sauce. Like there's some Worcestershire kind of smells, but then also like some horseradish maybe, some pepper and some other things. Yeah. That's a really good aroma. Oh, I like that. There's a lot of and the tomato obviously comes through pretty strong too. But man, that smells
good.
That does smell really good. It's literally making my mouth water.
I like not all the time, but there are times that I actually like crave this sort of taste, this kind of thing. So,
do you ever buy V8 and things of that nature?
It's been a while, but yeah, Trader Joe's used to sell like their own. It's called Garden Patch, and I don't think we sell either one. But yeah, every once in a while
they just call it V7 or 9 or something like that.
No, Garden Patch.
Okay, Garden Patch. Oh my god!
Back in the day.
Well, this is all right. We need to go to the taste then.
Let's do it. Didn't take a big sip because I was worried about lingering heat.
Is that a new name for you on that when you're out dancing around the street? Hey, look, it's lingering heat.
Hey, it's lingering heat. Ooh.
I took a pretty big sip not thinking about it.
I was worried about that because I was like, I just want to drink a whole bunch of this.
Yeah. Actually, while we're doing this, I'll just go grab the vodka.
Okay.
I'll be right back. This will be all edited out. You won't even know.
You won't even know. But unless you were here on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages most Thursday evenings like this one, then you would know. You'd have behind-the-scenes information and intel, and you'd be like, hey, I was there for that, and I know what happened. But yes, Andrew's going to get... you might not even notice it as he carries it in. It's kind of a small bottle. It's a rather unassuming bottle of vodka.
Oh, it chromas out a little bit right there.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, it's the big one. Okay.
This reminds me of the vodka bottle. Do you remember those vodka ads that Trey Parker and Matt Stone did where they were like holding the bottles in front of them like wearing completely naked? No? Okay.
Oh.
I'm the only one that remembers
They were completely naked?
Oh, it was pictures. It was pictures of vodka, but that's why. So they were able to cover themselves. So I think one of them had like a very tiny, like short picture, and the other one had like a giant bottle picture like that tall. I can't remember which is which. They're funny. They're funny guys.
Yes, they are. They should really do a show or something.
They should.
Those guys.
Just had to set.
You should have it next to the Meiomi Chardonnay bottle.
Oh, I put that away. Damn it! It would be.
We started with this.
It'd be
and we
like
had
this tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Set that down there for effect. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
This will be fun. So I want that to be thicker, and I want some tortilla chips.
Yeah.
We actually have a Bloody Mary salsa at work.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. That's good.
That's very good.
It's spicy, but it's not too spicy.
It is probably for me right at the limit of my spice. Like at least like because I took a pretty big sip.
Yeah. I was a little more restrained.
Yeah, I took a pretty decent sip. Could tell that I got a lot of the different things that were in it that were there to offer. And it's definitely at the back. It's fairly spicy, but the flavor profile is really good. There's a lot of different layers to it that I really enjoy. Yeah. It's not just like that's it's not just tomato juice. It's not like there's a lot of different like that same thing that I got in the aroma. There seems to be some horseradish. The pepper's in there fairly strong. Like I said, some Worcestershire, like all those kind of good deep flavors that you'd want are definitely there, and I think that's really good.
I think you stirred that up with a slice of bacon, and I think you're in good shape.
Oh my God, yeah, bacon would still be. Oh
my, look at you!
Wow. Oh, look at that! I did it, and I didn't even spill anything. This is the world's smallest bottle of vodka. This is Kirkland's, what I talked about earlier. Trust me, I'm a tall person. This is not.
We
a
have
small
the
bottle.
the vodka of the gods at Trader Joe's, but
is that what it's called?
Called vodka of the gods. It comes in like it's not quite that tall. And does it hold up?
It smooths it out a little bit, actually.
You didn't do the 8-to-1 ratio, I don't think.
I did not. It said 8 ounces of the mix to 1 ounce of that. I threw an ounce into probably about 4 ounces, so I probably did a double ratio there. No, it kind of, like I said, it kind of smooths out a little bit of the saltiness that's in there. The spice, it takes it down just like one more little notch, because obviously you're kind of thinning that out a little bit. That'd be the ratio I would use. I'd probably do 2 ounces to 8 ounces. But again, however much you want to put in your Bloody Mary, that's up to you.
And I don't have anything to base this on, because I really do very little Bloody Mary mixed tasting, but I just like the taste of it. Yeah, this is real. Like I said earlier in the podcast, like I said, recently just went on a trip, like I said, did have actually a couple Bloody Marys at a couple different places. This definitely is way better than some of the restaurants that I had. Like I said, the mix here, it's a little bit heartier. Like I said, especially for a mixed drink, even with adding the vodka to it, the spices are really good. It's definitely on the spicier side, but I like that. And I think as that sits, if you had this over ice and everything else, I think they've really nailed that to a T, because that's going to water down just a little bit. So you want it on the spicier side. This is really good. Actually, it's tasty.
This is quite delicious. Also delicious. Are the recipes and different things you can find at our website at AboutBeverages.com, along with over a decade's worth of podcasts, videos. That's true. All of those things, you can find them there. If you only want the latest videos, we're totally fine with that. Subscribe on YouTube. We'd greatly appreciate it. You'll even get a little bit of an alert and possibly an email when we go live with new content. You can check that out. If you want the latest all of those things, but only in podcast form, we've got you covered there as well. You can always hit up Google Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, any podcast app that you enjoy using to search for About Beverages. We will more than likely will be there. I'm surprised some of the apps that we're actually on when people come around. They're like, oh yeah, no, I listened to you guys. I'm like, great. I did not know that was available, but
I'm glad it works that way.
Thank you for listening. Yeah, I'm glad that works. And on top of that, if you want to go the extra mile, there's some pillars that you can follow us on as well.
The three pillars.
The three pillars.
The 3 pillars of social media being TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, which is what we use most often to keep you updated on what's going on at AboutBeverages.com. Like most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific, when we go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, we're going to let you know via Twitter. That's when we get together, we hang out, record some podcasts, try some beverages, we chat about all kinds of different things. Like I said, that's most Thursday evenings. And then also throughout the week, Andrew's going to let you know what he's doing in the gaming world.
As well as having a beverage.
What he's drinking.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. So follow us on Twitter.
But, as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
And that is a podcast. Boom.
And I'm spent.
There's a lot of things we tried tonight.
That was. And you even topped it off with a little vodka.
Yeah, I did. I know, which is shocking. It's actually the vodka, like I can tell that if you did the full complement, added the ice to it, the one shot that I put in there because of the amount of Bloody Mary mix that I had, I think that would honestly level everything out. But for me, just drinking it straight, delicious. But yeah, it was for me on the upper end of my at least spice enjoyment. But again, once you top those things off, I think then it will meld perfectly.
Like I said, I just want some chips and Maybe just to make that a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
I'd have it as a salsa. That's good.
Have you had that salsa?
I have it, and it tastes. Like I said, I don't have a lot of experience with Bloody Mary mix, but it has that, whatever that quality is, it has that sort of thing. So maybe that's more pepper. I don't know. And some people, when we didn't have cocktail sauce, people were actually suggesting using that as a cocktail sauce.
I mean, so that's especially what I'm getting in here. Like I said, I really get like the horseradish, like that's almost part of the heat, along with just the pepper, spice, and everything else. Like I said, Worcestershire is usually what I think of if you're making a home Bloody Mary mix.
Yep.
So it's like just kind of that beefier, like heartier kind of flavor. But
yeah,
no, this is really good.
Quite yummy.
It's quite.
So thanks to
Sunday's Bloody Mary mix. For sending that to us. Definitely, I'm gonna have to. Definitely, we'll be chatting about that because that is pretty good. Maybe that's all I even have tomorrow while I'm doing some streaming and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Bacon stirred Bloody Mary.
I could actually. I do have bacon that I could heat up. Yeah, maybe I may have to do that. That may be the move. I had thought it might be that wine, but actually this might be the play. This could very easily be the play. So hopefully we will be doing something next week. Let's say we will be. We will be doing something next week.
We might need to modify it. It might need to be a condensed version.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll plan on something for next week.
So what was the beverage you already kind of brought over thinking that we might?
And that was just for something to it kind of
with.
goes in with the whole, not necessarily active lifestyle beverage, but like we've had the vodka mule, we've had the Cutwater margarita. This is actually a tequila mixed with grapefruit juice. Or grapefruit,
maybe,
interesting. Because there's no added sugar. So it comes in this is something I'm sure you can get other places too, but it comes in an 8-pack, and it's a sparkling tequila blend. There's like a blood orange.
Oh, okay.
There's a lime. There's a few things, but I asked one of my coworkers who's tried it. I said, which one? And she said the grapefruit is awesome. So that's why I brought the grapefruit one over, which would I guess be more of like a Paloma or something.
And I forgot, each time we went out there, I think next week, if we're doing one of the things, we should have one of those ciders that I told you about that actually HJ provided to us. So I'll show you those even before you leave. Maybe we'll get a pic of one of those and we can do that because those both seem equally amazing. But yeah, so we'll do something next week, just a little shorter version. But normal time, 5:30 Pacific?
I think, let's see. What is the schedule? Yeah, I could be here by by 5:30.
Okay.
So normal time.
Normal time.
Yes.
Okay, don't tease me. Are you saying normal time?
The huge.
The huge, as the kids say.
The huge.
Do the kids actually say that?
I don't know.
All right. And this whole podcast was brought to you by Sports Bets, apparently. No.
By what?
By DraftKings.
Oh, yeah. By DraftKings.
By DraftKings.
Home of the free $1 bet.
Man, I would take a sponsorship like that. Can we do that? Can we get that?
Got it. Yeah, good. That'd be cool.
They sponsor everything these days, so we'll have to find out if we can get something from them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out here. We are going to drop a raid. You can go say hi to Adrienne. She is playing some Destiny, another local Arizona streamer. So we like to support them when we can. So we'll go say hi to her. And great time back. I love being here. I've missed this so much.
It's good to be. Yeah, no, it's good. It's been a long time. It's good to be back.
Unfortunately, we've used up all of our stories, so next week's show is probably gonna be boring.
Oh no, there's more to talk about. I'm sure we'll come up with more.
I did barely talk about anything on my vacation, so you get my vacation.
We'll
next
get that.
week.
You'll get that version. We'll get that side.
Get that
of the
side
story.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Rest of the story.
All right. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it. Go say hi to everybody.
Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you.
Good night.